Lord, I come before you today in this season of new beginnings, as May unfolds its promise of growth all around us. The blossoms opening, the birds building nests, the lengthening days, all speak of your renewing power in creation. I bring my marriage and family before you, like a garden needing your tender care. Some areas have flourished under your watchful eye, while others have withered from neglect or harsh seasons. You see the private struggles behind closed doors, the unspoken tensions, the communication breakdowns, the moments when love feels more like duty than delight. You understand when marriage becomes mechanical, when family gatherings feel forced, when connection seems elusive despite living under the same roof. I confess that sometimes I've sought fulfillment in my marriage that only you can provide. I've placed expectations on my spouse that only you can meet. I've demanded perfection from my family when we all need your grace. The weight of these unrealistic hopes has created disappointment where there could be acceptance, criticism where there could be compassion. Lord, in this month of May, I ask you to realign my heart first. Before transforming my marriage or family, transform my perspective. Help me see my spouse through your eyes of grace rather than my lens of unmet needs. Help me recognize my children's unique journeys rather than measuring them against my predetermined paths. Marriage can feel like walking through changing seasons, and right now, this relationship you've entrusted to me needs your tender touch. When passion has cooled to practicality, rekindle the wonder of companionship. When routine has replaced intentionality, awaken creativity in how we love one another. When wounds have hardened into walls, soften hearts to risk vulnerability again. Lord, I pray not just for momentary improvement but for fundamental renewal, the kind that makes something more beautiful than it was before the breaking. Like spring transforms winter's barrenness, may this month bring resurrection to the dormant places in our relationship. Family relationships carry both profound blessing and deep capacity for pain. The very people who know us most intimately can wound us most deeply. Lord, where there are unspoken hurts within our family circles, bring them gently to light. Where there are patterns of communication that tear down rather than build up, interrupt those cycles with your wisdom. Where there is distance despite proximity, create bridges of understanding. This month, as families gather for celebrations, graduations, and Mother's Day, many will feel the ache of estrangement or conflict. For my family and others, I pray for the miracle of reconciliation, the courage to extend forgiveness and the humility to receive it. Lord, I know that true blessing in marriage isn't found in the absence of struggle but in your presence within the struggle. Every challenge becomes an opportunity to depend more fully on you, to practice forgiveness more readily, to choose love more deliberately. In this month of May, help my marriage become more resilient through weathering difficulties together rather than being worn down by them. Create in us a testimony of your faithfulness, not because our relationship is perfect but because your grace is sufficient within our imperfection. Let others see in our marriage not an idealized fairy tale but an authentic story of redemption that gives hope to other struggling couples. As spring brings literal growth all around us, I pray for spiritual growth within our family. May this month mark a new commitment to nurturing faith together, not through rigid routines that feel like obligation but through genuine connection with you and each other. When busy schedules fragment our time together, help us prioritize moments of spiritual significance. When different levels of faith create tension, build bridges of respect and patience. When questions arise that challenge beliefs, create safe space for honest exploration. May our home become a sanctuary where each family member encounters your presence and develops their own authentic relationship with you. Lord, I recognize that the foundation of family strength is built in the quieter moments. Daily conversations over dinner tables, bedtime prayers with children, words of affirmation exchanged between spouses, small sacrifices that often go unnoticed. During this month of May, heighten my awareness of these sacred ordinary moments. Help me invest in them with full presence rather than divided attention. When I'm tempted to scroll through my phone while my child speaks, draw my eyes upward. When I'm inclined to half listen to my spouse while mentally planning tomorrow, bring me back to now. These seemingly insignificant interactions are actually building the legacy of our family culture. I bring before you the unique challenges facing marriages today, external pressures and internal expectations that strain the covenant relationship, financial stress that creates tension over resources, career demands that leave little energy for emotional connection, digital distractions that fragment attention and intimacy, cultural messages that undermine commitment when difficulty comes. This month, I pray for a protective hedge around my marriage and others facing these common struggles. Not isolation from reality, but insulation from destructive influences. Create within our relationship resilience that withstands cultural currents, wisdom that navigates practical challenges, and dedication that outlasts emotional fluctuations. In this season of renewal, I ask for healing of past wounds that continue to affect our family dynamics, unresolved conflicts that resurface in current disagreements, childhood hurts that shape parenting approaches, words spoken in anger that echo long after apologies are offered. Lord, you are the God who makes all things new, who binds up broken hearts, who restores what has been damaged. This month, bring your healing touch to those tender places in our marriage and family history. Help us address the roots of recurring problems rather than merely managing symptoms. Create new patterns of interaction built on truth, grace, and mutual understanding rather than defense mechanisms developed from past pain. For those watching who desire the same renewal in their marriages and families, I want to share that we have a resource that might encourage you. In the first pinned comment below this video, you'll find our ebook, Don't Think, Trust and Surrender, which offers spiritual guidance for releasing anxiety about your closest relationships and embracing God's design for family life. While not a substitute for professional counseling when needed, many have found these principles helpful for restoring hope in challenging seasons of marriage and family life. Lord, as we enter this month of May, I surrender my specific concerns about my marriage to your care. The communication patterns that create misunderstanding rather than connection. The differences in expectations that lead to disappointment. The vulnerabilities I hesitate to share for fear of rejection. The dreams for our relationship that seem increasingly distant. You know every detail, spoken and unspoken, about where we currently stand. I release my tight grip on how I think restoration should look and open myself to your sometimes unexpected methods of healing. Your pathways to renewal often surprise us but always lead to something more beautiful than we imagined possible. You've turned hunger into fullness, Lord, body and soul. I bring you my hunger today, every anxious craving. Work your wonders, not just in my choices, but in my heart. Shift my gaze from fear to you, my true nourishment. Lord, I'm choosing trust over tension, one bite at a time. I've fought this battle too long, but now I'm turning to you. Take my scattered efforts and make them whole. Let me eat this day with peace, eyes on you, heart open to your care. You've promised daily bread, Lord, for body and spirit. I've seen it. Meals that fed my soul, moments of calm in chaos. I lean into that now, believing it's here. Keep me close, nourished, whole in your love. Lord, if this prayer has eased anyone's heart, I ask them to hit that like button. It's a yes to your peace. And if they know a sister struggling with food and fear, let them share this video. Your balance can reach her too, through this simple act, touching hearts like mine.